Good morning, everybody. If you hear background noise, it's because I have my nephew today. I had him last night. So today we're going to just close out July's budget. So you're going to hear trolls and you're going to hear him. And he can be kind of loud sometimes. He's only 3. So we're going to try to do this the best I can because I have him pretty much all day. So we're going to go through here. This is what I had budgeted for July. And we're going to see what actually happened. And how that went. So we're going to start with the paycheck. And I do have a calculator here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. So the first paycheck, the actual was $831. And then the second paycheck was $831 as well. So that's $1662. And he's decided he's going to bounce on his dinosaur, so it might get kind of loud. So, $1,662. Julian, we had budgeted for $100. He gave us $253 the first paycheck. And $197 the second paycheck. So, $450 for Julian. And then we did $50 for reselling. So the first paycheck, it was not $25, it was $30. And the second was $11. So that's $41. So now we're at $1,662 plus $450. Well, $1,662 plus $450 plus $41. Which is $2,153. Alright, and for bills, it's going to be rent. There's nothing on paycheck 1, a $450. Most of these are always the same. $56. Area insurance $114. Just because I automatically know what check I paid them out of. AT&T was $95 and Spectrum was $85. Those are almost always the same. So $450 plus $56 plus $114 plus, well, $450 plus $56 plus $114 plus $95 plus $85 is $800. Alright, and for groceries we had $120 and $120, which is $240. And then for gas it was $40 and $40, that's $80. Pets was $20, right, $20. And $25, so $45. And then household was $10 and $10, so that's $20. Netflix is always the same, and so is Cricket. So that's $17 and $25. Those never change. $25 for laundry on one and $25 on the other, so that's $50. So now we have $240 plus $80 plus $40. $240 plus $8. Okay. $240 plus $80 plus $40 plus, nope, it was $45, so $45 plus 20 plus 17 plus 25 plus 50 is 477. I just bought this little cheap calculator because I didn't want to spend money on like one of those fancy ones. They were like $10, and I would have had to have pulled that out of a grocery budget. So for Prosper, we budgeted $426, and that's what we spent. For Sam's, we budgeted $28, but we spent $29. Chase, $40, that's what we did. And then nothing for Mohila. So, 426 plus 29 plus 40. 495. And then for sinking funds, the only thing we've been doing so far is medical. Will you stop? Don't bite your dinosaur. Is 182 for emergency, and then 132 on the second paycheck. So 314. None of these had anything. Just this. So 314, which is just 314. So we did have miscellaneous. We had Capital One, Merrick, and Harbor Freight. So Capital One, we had all these at 0, was 28. Merrick was 4, and Harbor Freight was 35. So 28 plus 4 plus 35 equals 67. So down here, income was a total of $2,153. Our bills were $800. Ow. Expenses were $477. Debt actuals were $495. The sinking funds were $314, and the miscellaneous was $67. So 2153 minus 800 minus 477 minus 495 minus 314 minus 67 gives us 0. So this one worked out. June did not work out because it was confusing and I was losing control. So July's has balanced out. And so I've already went ahead and did this for August so that we could just so y'all wouldn't have to watch me do this. And I had to wipe this out because I skipped a page. So I have 2 paychecks in August again. So pay is still going to be the same. $831 times 2, $1662. And then Julian, let's just say $200. And then I'm not going to count extra income, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I've been slowly declining on the reselling business. I did it for a while, and I made decent money at it. But it did not warrant the amount of effort I put into it, especially whenever you find something that retails for $600 and you wind up selling it for, $30 because you've had it for 3 years and everybody wants to offer you $10 for it, and it's not really as lucrative as it, well, not lucrative, lucrative is a strong word, it's just not paying off as I hoped it would. And YouTube is not monetized, so, but maybe one day that'll be a thing, but as of right now we're going to keep it at this. I've had a few interviews but had no callbacks, so as of right now we're still just working on this one, which might be fine because I feel like I'm losing my mind at work anyway. As I've mentioned before, I don't work in a school, but school time is always kind of crazy because the work I do does involve schools. So I have to schedule placements to go into schools, and it's always difficult to find people that want to go in schools and do the work that we do. So we're just going to count this. So 1662 plus 200 is 1862. So that's going to be what we're working with. Bills are always the same. 450, 56, 114, 95 for Spectrum, or 95 for AT&T, 85 for Spectrum. So 450 plus 56 plus 114 plus 95 plus 85. 800. So, we're gonna hop over, we're gonna skip and hop over to debt. So Prosper's gonna be 426, Sam's is gonna be 29. These are just always the minimum payments. That's just always what they are. So 426 plus 29 plus 40 equals 495. And this Chase one will be going up because Azteca has an appointment. I drop him off on Tuesday, and then I've taken Wednesday off work so I can stay with him and make sure he doesn't do anything crazy to, bust his stitches or anything out. So he'll be getting fixed and having his teeth cleaned and stuff like that on Tuesday. So it's going to go on this credit card. So there'll be more payments made to that, and I'll show those whenever I actually make those payments. Anything we'd saved up for Azteca so far, and half of what will go in the sinking fund will be going towards this so we can pay it off. So at the moment, we have $1862 in income, minus the $800 in bills, minus the $495 in debt, which leaves us $567, which is not a lot. So we're gonna go. You all right back there? We're gonna go with 200 for groceries and 80 for gas. And I'm going to kind of keep track of this over here. So minus 200 minus 80 minus, we're going to do 30 for pets, minus 30. I'm not sure what he's doing back there. We're going to do 20 for household, so minus 20. We'll get 17 and 25 for Netflix and Cricket, minus 17 minus 25. I really wish I could get rid of Netflix, but I can't because my nephew watches it whenever he's at home with his mom. So, and for laundry, we're going to do 50. So minus 50. So that leaves us 145. So, which is not a lot. So we're going to put zeros in everything except for debt and an emergency. And when we split this in half, it's 72. So we're going to do 73 in debt and 72 in emergency is what we're going to plan for. So let's add up the expenses over here. So 200 plus 80, well, 200 plus 80 plus 30 plus 20 plus 17 plus 25 plus 50 equals 422. And then we're going to have 72 and 72 and 73. And that's going to be 145. I'm not going to plan for miscellaneous. I already know there's going to be miscellaneous though. I already know that Merrick's going to be $4, but I don't know about Capital One. So we'll just add those in later. So we're going to write this down. 1,862 in income, 800 in bills, 422 in expenses, 495 in debt, 145 in sinking funds, and 0 in miscellaneous. And then we're gonna do the math. So 1,862 in income minus 800 in bills minus 422 in expenses minus 495 in debt minus 145 in sinking funds, which leaves us 0. So now what I'm going to do is I have the paychecks written out here too, which one of them is next week, which I believe is the 11th, if I'm thinking properly. So I already know that my first paycheck is pretty much all debt. So we're gonna split this. We're gonna split this up. So 831, my normal paycheck, and then we had 200 for Julian. So I'm gonna budget 100. We had 0 in here, so that makes this 931. And then for rent, we won't pay anything. Family Heritage won't be due, Erie won't be due, but AT&T will, and so will Spectrum. And so that will be 95 plus 80. Every time, man, every time with this calculator. But for $1.25, I don't know, what I expect. But it's better than having my my laptop flipped around in tablet mode just because it's so chunky. So 200 for groceries, we're going to split it in half. That's going to be 100. We had 80 for gas, we're going to split it in half, so that's 40. Pets in half would be 15. Household is 20, so that would be 10. Netflix will have to be paid with this check. And I believe Cricket will be as well. And then laundry was 50, so another 25 right there. So 100 plus 40 plus 15 plus 10 plus 17. Okay, now 100 plus 40 plus 15 plus 10 plus 17 plus 25 plus 25. 232. And I do this because like Prosper's not due till the 22nd, but it's just so that I know that I have it in there. So Prosper's going to be 426, Sam's Club will be 29, and our minimum for Chase will be 40. And that'll all be coming out of this paycheck. So 495. So let's see where we're at. We got 495 plus 180 plus 232 equals 931. So we have budgeted 931 right there. So minus 931 gives us 24. And I'm going to put this entire 24 into debt on this paycheck. you know, towards that chase card. So now down here we'll have income at $931 budgeted. Budgeted bills will be $180. Budgeted expenses will be $232. Budgeted debt will be $495, and budgeted sinking funds will be $24, and we'll budget nothing for miscellaneous. So $931 minus $180 in bills minus $232 in expenses minus $495 in debt minus $24 in sinking funds is 0. And now we're going to do the same thing for paycheck number 2. So the same thing, paycheck of $831, half of what we budgeted for Julian and 0 for that, so $931. Now this one is where the paychecks will come out. So $450 for rent, $56 for, I know I'm not flipping back just because, like I said, I know these by heart, just like I'm sure a lot of y'all know by heart. And we paid AT&T and Spectrum with the last bill, or with the last paycheck. So $450 plus 56 plus 114 equals $620. And then half of the groceries is $100. Half of the gas is $40. Half of the pets is $15. Half of the household is $10. No Netflix, no cricket this time. And half of the laundry is $25. So 100 plus 40 plus 15 plus 10 plus 25. Well, did not work out in my favor. 100 plus 40 plus 15 plus 10 plus 25 equals 190. We won't have any debt due this paycheck because we paid it with the last one. And so I'm going to mark everything as zeros for right now except for debt and emergency, because those are the only ones we're worried about at the moment. Because we need to get, let's take a surgery paid off as fast as we can and get it off that credit card so I don't have to keep paying interest on it. So we're going to start with $931. We're going to subtract the bills. Subtract $190 for expenses. We have no debt, and that leaves us $121. Now we said we were going to split this, and we said we were going to put 73 in debt and 72 in emergency. So if we put the 72 in emergency, that leaves us $49 up here. And that 49 plus the 24 from the other paycheck is 73. So 49 plus 72 equals 121. So now we're going to come down here and write it all down. 931. The bills are 620. I forgot what I was doing for a second. The expenses are 190. The debt is 0. The sinking funds is 0. I take that back. It is not 0. So let me get the white out real quick. I got a little pin happy there. It's 1. The sinking funds are 121. Miscellaneous is 0. So 931 minus 620 minus 190 minus 121 equals 0. Now, this is just a base budget. This could change. Julian could not get paid for anything, and that will really kind of screw this up. But that's usually almost never the case. He almost always has some kind of job. So that's why I'm just banking on the 100. If not, we'll have to reconfigure this budget because I should be able to make it work. My bills alone every month are $800, and then my debt is $495. So it's $1,295 minus just my pay, my guaranteed pay. That leaves me $367 left over. It's not a lot, but I know that I can pay all these bills and I can pay all my debt, and I have a house, I have electric and water, and I have my debt paid, and then I can do what I need to do with this. And sometimes that may just be the case, but that's also why we consolidated this loans, because before what would have been left over after I paid my bills and debt was going to be like $100 a month, and it was making me, I was having to use credit cards. So that is the plan for August, and we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more income. Who knows what may happen. So we'll see how that goes. Azteca has surgery on Tuesday, so I'll give y'all an update about that. And then we'll be doing the first paycheck next week on the 11th. Today is the 5th. Today is August the 5th. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and if you got kids starting school, good luck with that. Hopefully they'll go to bed for you on time. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.